Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Hope that you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gerel, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the products that I have been using for about a month and a half, and about newer products that just maybe released a couple of weeks ago that I have been playing with, and I just already know how I'm feeling about them. So I am going to talk to you guys about all of these makeup products. It is going to be a lengthy one, so if you guys want to, just get yourself situated, go ahead and do laundry, wash the dishes, maybe just sit down and relax and get a snack or something like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. But before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. You can also like this video because you are helping me every single time that you like my videos, just so the algorithm does not forget who I am, that I'm still here, I'm still doing YouTube videos. And of course, you can also click on the little bell that will notify you whenever I upload a new video, which is every single week. And without further ado, let's get started. So let's go ahead and talk about this palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Beautyverse palette. Let me tell you, I went ahead and just created a video for you guys here. I did really like the palette. I expressed that to you guys, and I have to say that I fell in love with this palette after using it off camera and just playing with it. Sometimes I get into that creative mode, like the urge of being creative, playing with makeup and just really like focusing on something else, maybe something else that is not stressing me out. And makeup never stresses me out unless I have to be forced to pick a palette. You guys already know. But anyway, when I went ahead and played with this palette, I just really fell in love with it. I think that I have a better understanding about this palette and why these shades are right here. This is really just to provide you with a little bit of color on the crease, like very little, but these are the shades that are going to like stand out for you. These are not to give you definition or to give you smokiness or anything like that. It's really just to, again, to provide you with a little bit of definition on your crease, a little bit of color on the lid, on the upper lid. But these are the shades that you're going to be playing with. The latest look that I created with this palette is my absolutely favorite look that I've created in a very long time, and I just fell in love with this palette. So if you guys have not tried it, if you guys have been looking into maybe getting a new palette for yourself, or maybe you're buying it for somebody else that is into like that shimmery look on the eyelids and something like really nice and sparkly, because that is what they are into, this palette is definitely going to provide you with that. It's just so beautiful. I need to stop talking about it because seriously, it's just amazing. So now I also tried this little face palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the one that I have been reaching for the most. But I thought that I was going to be reaching for this one a little bit more, just because this terracotta shade is just so beautiful. But to be quite frank with you, I mean, the blush is absolutely stunning, and I can definitely reach for this shade all year around. It's just the highlighter that is just a little bit too deep for me, but I already knew going in and buying this products, I knew that the highlighter was going to be a little bit too deep for me. But this one has like stolen my heart. It is so easy to blend, to build up. That is what I have on my cheeks today, and let me tell you, I only have a little bit of it, but you can still see how beautiful it's on the skin. I really do enjoy this dual blush and highlighter. Is just so stunning, and the highlighter is not super like in your face. It's more of a natural highlighter, and that is what I have been reaching for. Again, this one right here is really beautiful. So if you are into any terracotta blushes that are like more earthy tones, away from the pinkiness, then this palette is going to be your best friend, especially if you are more on the tan, deeper complexion, just because the highlighter is going to show up on your skin. It leaves a little bit of a cast on me. Again, it's just a deeper shade for me, but nonetheless, I do really like the formula for these two. And now that I have both of them and I have tried both of them, I am happy with both of them. So anyway, all right guys, let's go ahead and talk about McGrath, because these are the items that I picked up, including the trio blush. And out of all of the products that I've actually bought, this one is the one that I have been reaching for the most, just because it has like a really nice, beautiful, warm bronzer. I did not even know that I was going to do that. I was actually very like whatever about it when I first bought it, but I do really like the warmness of this bronzer. Just brings life back to my face. It is really nice and easy to blend. I already knew that because I do have her other bronzers. It's just in different shades. This one in particular really goes well for my medium skin tone, and this blush is absolutely gorgeous and just gives you a really nice glow that you don't even have to go into the highlighter or the blush topper if you don't want to, just because this one will provide you with a really nice beautiful glow. So these two I have been reaching for a lot in a lot of my videos, even off camera, just because it is just so beautiful and I love the way that it blends. It's never patchy, it's just gorgeous on the skin. But when it comes to the eyeshadows and the eyeshadow palettes, I gotta say that these two right here have been like my favorite and my favorite looks that I created as well, just because it is really nice. It gives you some special shades, definitely get some depth, but these are not original to my collection. So if I did not review Pat McGrath here on my channel, I think that I would have skipped this one, especially because I do have a lot of these shades already in other palettes. And I do really like and enjoy this one a lot. I think that it's very beautiful, just put together with this berry shade and this green, like emerald greenish kind of tones. Really, really nice and gorgeous. The formula, again, it's very, very beautiful, buttery, glittery, just how I like my eyeshadows to be. But when it comes to these two palettes right here, I gotta say that I am a little bit disappointed, just because I'm not feeling creative with these palettes. And when it comes to eyeshadows, you have so many colors, the textures, everything is going to talk to you in a different way, especially if you are like a makeup artist, and you like to play with makeup, you just like to be creative with your eyeshadow looks. This one's right here, I open it and I feel not inspired at all, and I thought that these two green shades was going to, you know, make me feel a little bit more inspired, but it really is not. And these two shades are not so pretty on the eyes. That is just my opinion. I mean, they are okay, they're pretty, but they're not gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, you need them in your life kind of eyeshadows. And I do feel the same way about this one, but this one I did like a little bit more, and I didn't think that I was going to like this one a little bit more than the other one, just because I am into greens and blues. This one is more on the purpley side, which I do also enjoy, but I really didn't think that this one was going to be my favorite out of the two, and it ended up being one of my favorite palettes out of the two, but still not inspiring enough for me to justify this purchase. So I am a little bit disappointed. Hopefully we see new things from Pat McGrath. That is the goal always, you know, just to see her going back to her old days where she was a little bit more daring, more creative with her color story, not so much rosiness and the same old colors that we see all the time. And even though I absolutely love Pat McGrath and I have reviewed so many palettes from Pat McGrath here on my channel, I do have to be honest with you guys, I don't see the brand going in the direction that we wanted to go, but hopefully I'm wrong and we can see some new creativity with the eyeshadow palettes, the color story, and all of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this palette right here, which is the Danessa Myricks palette, and I went ahead and just created some looks for you guys, as well as use this off camera and also on some reels and TikToks. And let me tell you, I am so in love with this palette. Like, I always think about this palette whenever I think of color, especially if I want like my eyeshadow looks to be like super bang in your face, metallic, very, very like out there. I absolutely love it, and I really tried to create something that was a little bit more wearable, and I called it the ultimate fall eyeshadow look, or the ultimate fall look, or something like that. And I was able to, you know, to make it wearable, but my goodness, I mean, you can still see like so much glitter, so much sparkles you had in your eyelids, and that just, it made me so happy. But I know that it's not going to be for everybody, but I am very, very, very happy with this purchase. I almost skipped it just because the color story didn't really appeal to me, but after swatching it and playing with this palette, I absolutely fell in love with it. So I'm really, really happy again that I do have it in my collection. I cannot say the same thing when it comes to this palette right here, and this is definitely something that just, it doesn't work for me. I don't see it working for a lot of us, but hey, maybe I'm completely wrong. I know that a lot of people are loving this palette, but I am not one of them. The texture of this like pomades, it's a little bit too difficult. You have to dip in so many times just to get some pigment out. They do blend beautifully on the eyes and also on the skin. So I do give that to this palette right here. The blendability is definitely there. The quality is definitely there. But when it comes to the color story and for what is, you know, saying that it's supposed to be for, which is supposed to be for the eyes, for the face, for your eyebrows, for your lips, I just don't see it working out. This is definitely not a palette that I'm going to be reaching out for, especially to do my brows. I just didn't find it very easy, and I need easy things and fast things, especially when it comes to like getting ready on my everyday life, whether I am going out with my husband or just going to family gatherings. I do not have the time to be mixing colors, but if you are a working makeup artist, I think that this is a really nice product to play with, to understand it, and to apply it onto your clients, because it is really nice and buildable. You're never going to apply too much onto your clients, so you know that is definitely a plus when it comes to this palette if you are a working makeup artist. All right guys, so let's go ahead and talk about a whole entire brand that I try, and it's from Rose Inc. So I tried their foundation and I did a whole entire wear test on their foundation. I also tried their concealer, a lipstick, and a blush. Let's go ahead and start with the foundation. So when I first tried the foundation, it wasn't like 100%. I was very unsure on how I actually felt about the foundation, and I did have to try it a couple of more times just to prep my skin the right way for this foundation. So because I don't feel like it's a blurring foundation, I do have to use the right primer for this foundation, you know, just to really cover up the pores that I do have around my nose, in this area right here, and also between my brows. I don't think it's a very long lasting foundation because it doesn't look as natural as when you first apply it. It starts feeling a little bit heavy towards the end of the night, and the lines were settling between the brows. But if you prep it well and you just apply the foundation exactly where you need it, it is going to give you a really nice, beautiful coverage. I think that it's definitely borderline medium coverage. What is definitely going to give you a better coverage is the concealer. But just to finish up with the foundation, I think that it's a really nice, beautiful foundation for every single day. Just use the right primer with it, and I think that you should be good. So now going into the concealer, this concealer, it's a really nice, beautiful, like fluffy kind of feel to it. It feels very creamy, very, very nice under the eyes. It's really hydrating. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. It feels really nice, and it is buildable. You can definitely get a really nice, beautiful medium coverage right away. I do like the tone of this concealer. I am going to link everything down below, including the shades and everything, just in case you guys are interested, but I am more into the concealer than I am with the foundation. But now what I have been using a lot and have fallen in love, it's something that I am not really into, which is lipsticks. And this lipstick from Rose Inc. is absolutely beautiful. The shade is what I'm wearing right now. I have been pairing this lipstick pretty much with every single look that I have been doing, just because I'm testing it out. But I have been really enjoying how my lips just feel really nice and hydrating. It gives you like that plumping look to it because it doesn't emphasize any of your lines, and it's absolutely like super important for me, just because as I am getting older, I am getting like little lines here, and it doesn't travel, it doesn't bleed out. It's just such a beautiful formula, and the lips, they feel like very nice and like plump, very, very beautiful. And now the blush, this right here is really nice. So you can use this on your cheeks and also on your lips, and it's really nice and pigmented. I absolutely love the fact that it worked right on top of powder as well. This color is super, super pretty. It's for like your no makeup kind of days, or just your quick kind of makeup look that you just want to use your blush for your cheeks and also for your lips, just to tap it on, give you a little bit of color, and just be on the go. I really do like this formula, and this color right here is absolutely stunning. Like, that is so pretty. But yeah, I'm sweating. You guys have no idea, off topic, how hard it is for me to maintain my hair like this. Like, I so want to put it up so much. I'm suffering here. just because I want to be that girl that wears her hair down all the time and just is not bothered by it. But my goodness, I am not that girl. I love my hair up. I love my hair in a bun. I love my hair in a like really high ponytail. Like this looks really nice and beautiful, but my goodness, I am sweating. Anyways, all right, so I did try this ones right here from Say, and I do gotta say that I absolutely love it, but they are not very long lasting. I mean, you do have to reapply, and they are super easy to reapply. Of course, I do really like the way that they feel, very nice and hydrating, that gives you that shine. There are like the lip oils, if I am not mistaken, a really nice, beautiful formula from Say for sure, and I do like this one. I like them both. So Smashbox sent me this primer right here, which is nothing new. And I don't think the formula has changed. This is the OG, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. And I forgot how much I really did enjoy this primer until I tried it again. It's a really nice, easy primer. It does really blur out your pores, really blurs them out, which is amazing. And the formula, yes, is a little bit more on that like silicone base. Like feels a little greasy when you first try it, but it's not greasy at all. It's just that texture that it has. But this is a very good primer. Something that reminded me of is this Lancome primer as well that they also kindly sent to me, and it's called La Base Pro, and it does have that silicone feel to it. This is what I decided to wear today, and it's again a very good primer. So you know, it depends if you are looking for a very good primer that you just want your pores to be nice and blur, something that is going to fill them in and give you that perfect base before adding any foundation, concealer, and all of that. These two are really nice. Let's go ahead and talk about another foundation that I tried, and oh my goodness, this was like super like hyped up, and I needed to try it for myself, and they didn't lie. Okay, no one is hyping it out for no reason. This foundation is so beautiful on the skin. It's really nice and buildable. It gives you a really nice, beautiful medium coverage. The color, it's really nice. For me, it just blends with the rest of my body, and I absolutely love that it's super lightweight. It gives you a really nice glow to the skin, but not overly done. It's really beautiful on the skin. It lasts on my skin for a very long time as well. I am oily to combination, just in case you're new to my channel. I am oily to combination. I get super shiny and oily at the end of the day, and this one right here holds its place really nicely. Of course, I do have to touch up and prep my skin accordingly, but it is a really beautiful foundation. So if you are in the market for a new foundation, I say try this one before trying the Rose Ink, especially if you are into medium coverage. This one is definitely going to give you that right away. Another concealer that I have been trying is this one from YSL. It is the Precise Angled Concealer, and it is so amazing. Like the first time that I tried it, see, that is why I try stuff for a little while, because the first time that I tried it, I was like, I don't know about this concealer. I don't really think that I liked it that much. And then I tried it again. I really fell in love with it. And then I tried it again and again, and I have been using it non-stop. It is a beautiful concealer. It is going to give you the coverage that you want. It is really nice and buildable, super lightweight, hydrating. It does not crease. It lasts for a very long time. That is not what I have under my eyes. I'm actually wearing the Rose Ink for today, but I have been using this one a lot. I mean, you can check in my other videos. I do have it linked down below. It is absolutely beautiful. Like this is a really nice, beautiful everyday concealer. I can use it by itself. I can use it with this foundation right here from Glossier. What a perfect combo. I absolutely love it so very much. So yeah, really nice concealer. Have been very happy with that. Now a blush that I don't know why I haven't talked about it sooner, but this is a blush that I absolutely love from Urban Decay. Hydromaniac Blush Glow Hydrator. Let me tell you, I don't know why no one is really talking about this blush right here, because it is so beautiful. A little bit goes a long way. I, of course, apply too much, but this right here blends like a dream. It works on top of powder, which is a must for me because I have to set my face in place, and I use powders all the time. So anything that works, any cream products, any liquid products that work on top of powder is going to be like my best friend. And the fact that on top of that, it gives me a really nice, beautiful glow without me having to go into a highlighter. It is stunning. stunning. I absolutely love this shade in particular, and the formula of it is absolutely beautiful. I do apply it with a brush because I did try it with a sponge and I didn't like it as much with a sponge than I did with a synthetic brush. And the brush that I usually use for my cream products is this one right here from Sigma, which is the F79. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, just stunning. All right, guys. So Lancome sent me a couple of products. Let me just tell you exactly what I have been using like a lot, and I absolutely love it. These are not new products. I don't think they are new products, but anyways, this gel liner, which is like a regular just pencil liner, and that's what I have been using to tie line, and it is really nice and creamy, super pigmented, and is in the shade French Chocolate. And I love this pencil. Super nice to like just work it as a wing liner right here in the outer corner. It doesn't dry down so quickly, so you actually do have a little bit of time to work it into your outer corner for like a really nice, beautiful kind of wing liner in the outer corner, like really blend out. And you can also use it on your tie line and it shows up. It's what I have been using non-stop. I absolutely love a good brown liner. So this one right here from Lancome is absolutely stunning. Now this one, I have not used a felt tip kind of liner in a very long time, just because I stay away from those. I use eyeshadows as liners, and that is just what it's easier for me. But I wanted to try this one since they sent it to me. I'm like, you know what? I always just buy them and I always just store them and never use them, because again, it's just a little bit too difficult. I have to make sure that they are, you know, evened out. My eyes, this one is a little bit not as droopy as this eye right here, so it's very tricky. But this one makes it super easy to create that line. It's super thin, so you can really get in there if you just want to create a line from the middle of your eye all the way here. Again, it's very precise, it's easy to use, which I absolutely love, and it's in a brown shade, which is one of my favorite things. It's like a black brown kind of shade, really nice. Now I also tried their mascaras, and I have been wanting to try like a booster, just because my lashes are super straight and they sometimes can get lost, especially if I do like dramatic eyes. What I do is I just use a really nice light layer of it, let it dry down a little bit, and then go in with the mascara, which by the way, this mascara is really nice as well, which is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. And these, I know that they're not new. I mean, I know that they have been around for a while, but just in case you've never tried anything from Lancome or you wanted to try it, I think that these are really good. I mean, they're Lancome, they're high-end. Of course, they're not going to be inexpensive, but I am so happy. That is what I have on my lashes today, and I do feel like it gives me volume, it gives me length, and they actually look like, I actually look like I have lashes, which is nice. So let's go ahead and talk about these two palettes right here from Viseart. These are new palettes, and we have the Violette Vespertine Attendu, and then we have the Cashmerie Charmeuse Attendu. Now, I was not able to do a whole entire review on it just because it's really hard for me to film when my kids are off of school, especially the little one. So it gets very overwhelming for everybody. So I do apologize for that. It's something that I definitely wanted to do. I was able to create a couple of looks and just play with the palettes off camera, and I did create this look for you guys. So you guys are going to see it in a shorts, just so you guys know. But this one right here is absolutely beautiful. Now these colors, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these colors are not new. These colors are definitely something that we have seen and we already might have in our collection. And if you have Viseart, you might already have these colors already in your collection. But I do gotta say that the formula from Viseart is absolutely stunning. Like, I got compliments on this look. They told me how beautiful I looked. People didn't even recognize who I was, which that was totally funny. But I absolutely love the formula from Viseart. It's just super easy, very nice and wearable, very like everyday appropriate. It's just an easy palette to see and to know exactly the look that you can create. It's not complicated whatsoever. And this one as well is very nice and beautiful. I was really happy when I got this palette. I ordered this palette with my own money, and then they went ahead and sent these two palettes to me. I was super thankful about it. And I already gifted this palette to one of my friends, that I purchased. but I am just so happy that I got to try the formula. Out of the two, this one was actually speaking to me a little bit more, but after trying this one, I think that both of them are just so beautiful. It really depends on the color story that you want to have in your collection. Again, these color story is not unique. I don't think that we are able to see anything that is unique anymore. I think that everything has been done, but the formula for Viseart is amazing, and I don't know if they improved it even more than what it was, because I've always liked the formula from Viseart, but my goodness, these ones right here are absolutely stunning. So if you guys have not seen the swatches that I did, the comparisons that I did, the looks that I have actually done with these two palettes right here, go ahead and check on my Instagram. If they are not in my shorts, they're definitely going to be on my TikTok or Instagram, so go ahead and just follow me if you're not following me in my other social media. So when Huda Beauty came out with a pressed powder, everybody went crazy because her loose powder is very, very popular, especially the pink one. So I of course wanted to try it, so I went ahead and purchased this one right here in the shade of Pancake, and I am just so happy that I did. So I don't like to set my face with this powder. I think that it looks a little bit too shiny. What I like to do with this powder is just use a fluffy brush and just set my whole entire face as a finishing powder, and it is so beautiful. It gives that glow back to your skin, super undetectable, very lightweight, really, really pretty on the skin. I went ahead and tried this right here from Natasha Denona, which is called the Mini Triochrome palette, and this palette is super gorgeous. If you guys saw my original review, this palette, this whole entire little palette fell down. It broke. This shade, it's broken, and this one is too, but I was able to put it together. And I'm so happy that I just went ahead and continued with the video because I absolutely love this palette. The quality is absolutely stunning. Now, it's not going to give you like duochrome shades like the Danessa Myricks palette, of course not. That is just in another level, but this one is more of a wearable duochrome, triochrome kind of shades, and I love that about it. And I love that we have the teal, the blue shades, because if you are into blues but you do not want to spend a lot of money and buying a big palette of blues, knowing that you are not going to use it, you just want to have a little blue in your life, then these ones are definitely going to be like your best friends. This ones right here, so like I can't wait to try this palette all over again. Just talking about it and like seeing it, it just makes me want to use it. It's so beautiful. I also tried the NARS face palette, and this is called the All That Glitters, and I love this palette. It's so beautiful. If you are into glowy cheeks, then you are definitely going to enjoy this palette. It just performs so well. It's so buildable, beautiful, and it just looks amazing on the skin. I really, really do like this palette. Now, I also picked up the eyeshadow palette, and it is called the Endless Nights, and it's absolutely beautiful and very, very wearable. Very wearable. You might have all of these shades already in your collection. There is no need for you to run and like get this palette, but if you are into warm tones and you like that really nice, beautiful glittery shades but are like a little bit more subtle, nothing too intense, then these ones are going to be really nice for you. But yeah, I'm not super in love with the eyeshadow palette. It performed well, but it's nothing that we haven't seen before. And the last two products that I have here are from House Labs. We have the two eyeshadow palettes. They were on sale at Sephora. Hopefully they still are, or they will be for a little while, and I know that they were not that popular. These ones right here are going to be for those of you that are new to makeup, something easy for you to grab, nothing that is going to confuse you. You already know exactly where to put the shades. The shimmer shades go on the lids. These ones right here are going to use on the crease and just to deepen the outer corner. Again, very simple. I did like the look that I created with this one a little bit more than I did with this one, but at the same time, I'm me, they both perform very, very well. I don't think the formula is bad whatsoever. I do feel like the mattes could be a little bit more pigmented so it can give you that definition, but the sparkle shades are really what spoke to me. That was not the last product. The last product is this one right here, which is also from Lancome, that I have been using non-stop. I use it with just lip liners or on top of the lipstick from Rose Inc. One right here, which is the Juicy Tube. And again, I don't think that it's new at all, but my goodness, I am so obsessed with this. I don't know if you can see how much I've used it. It is so good. It gives me like all the shines and sparkle, especially this shade right here. They did send me a lighter shade, which I haven't even used because I have been obsessed with this shade, which is called Magic Spell. It is so beautiful. I love it. Anyways, that is it for this speed reviews video. I know that it was a whole lot. I just wanted to update you guys, and I know that I need to work on my speed reviews. Just being a little bit more speedy. I need to get faster because I know these videos are super long, but I just wanted to give you all the information that you need just in case you guys were interested in any of these products. Again, you're going to find everything down below in the description area. But that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you next time.